Kyle Gilbert. And are you selling hope or are you selling products? For those of you that do not know me, I've been involved in network marketing for 40 years. I share a lot of what I've learned in my journey on these live calls. I started in this business totally broke, sold a junk truck, put $200 into my business, and for the last 27 years, getting on 27 years now, I've been full-time in network marketing. So if that appeals to you, keep listening. And just think, a little more than a week ago, I was at Bali, Indonesia. Paradise, warm, flowers everywhere, gardens everywhere. Susan, nice to see you. I mean, it was just paradise and, oh, incredible. Some of you saw my pictures and videos I did from there. Anyway, I came back here and it's cold and everything died. That's okay. You know what? I love the winter season. I mean, when I lived in Asia, that was the thing. We never had really seasons. It was always summer, right? Sometimes it was hotter, sometimes it was a little cooler, but it was always summer. So there wasn't a spring, there wasn't a fall, there wasn't a winter. You didn't see any of this white stuff. Matter of fact, when we were in Bali, we had a butler that would come and get us to take us wherever we needed to go in that resort, because they had different restaurants you could dine at and all that. But anyway, but I asked him, I said, have you ever seen snow? And he says, no, I've never seen snow. And that's the thing, you know, it's just, I love the seasons. And you can't appreciate it unless you experience it. But anyway, so, but I you know, it's, sometimes it gets a little much and then I got to hop a plane and go somewhere warm. Bernard, nice to see you. Jennifer Gay, how are you doing, Jennifer? And George in New York City, Jennifer in South Carolina. Yeah, well, you know, Jennifer, she says she likes the topic. Well, I stole that topic, really, because I had a conversation the other day with a man, and Gordon Lester. If you remember, Ray Higdon last Sunday did a split Facebook, no, it wasn't a split call. He just did a Facebook call, live call with him. And the guy is an industry expert, has worked with Juice Plus, Jeff Roberti, who's earned $100 million in network marketing. You know, worked with them. And so he's done a lot. And so he works with the Direct Sales Association, does a lot of lecturing. He's going to come and stay with us here in February. Anyway, I just enjoyed our conversation together. But it was that expression that he came up with when we were discussing some of the regulatory issues in the United States that, you know, like for example, with Nerium or Neor going head to head with the FTC on, and these are important issues that I'm very hopeful that Nerium is going to win on, and needs to win on, because it's important to all of us. But you know, he made the point though that, you know, with the FTC, really what they hate, and what they hate is the Lamborghinis and the bikinis message. that a lot of people in network marketing try to promote to entice people to join with them in their companies is the Lamborghinis, the bikinis, you can own your own. It's like when they used to go to the university campuses, some of the distributors, and tell them, oh, you don't need education. Our distributors have got their own private jets. They're driving Ferraris and things like that. And that got that company in a lot of trouble. So there's a pattern, if you'll notice, there's a pattern with the FTC when it comes to these companies that they go after, and it is just that very thing. It's selling hope, not products. The hope of the Lamborghini, the hope of owning your own private jet, the hope of having the mansion, whatever, it's those things. He says, he said that the FTC doesn't care if you own a Mercedes. What they care about is when you get, you're showing it on a Facebook Live and saying, guess what? You can have this too. It's that kind of message they absolutely hate. So, in all fairness, yeah, sure. There's a lot of that out there, manipulation, especially, I don't want to offend any of the crypto people out there, but a lot of crypto people are that way. They really are, and the product is money. Now, for those that have a crypto as part of what they do, or they have education, or they sell services, or things that are not money in themselves, okay, it's a different deal. But again, it's all the message, isn't it? And so if the message is money, and that's the message, that's the very definition of a pyramid scheme, and that's what they look for. That's what they look for. So, and definitely Nerium is not a pyramid scheme. There's no way that they've got great products. Jeff Olson, totally awesome guy. I can remember back in the 1980s when he came to my office in Huntsville, Alabama, and did a meeting one night. I said, hey man, nice to meet you. We were in the same company together back then. But here's the thing. So I can remember going, this must have been 17 years ago, when I flew out to South Korea, and we were opening up in Seoul, Korea. And I had zero experience as far as international markets, but Asians are very aggressive when it comes to business, very aggressive. And it's no wonder that they do 65% of the production in direct sales around the earth, right? And so here I'm walking in a meeting, and I'm coming more from a culture of the business is about the product. Matter of fact, that's the very foundation of our business opportunity is the product. That's my mindset, core culture belief. If you're going to have a great business, you got to have a great product. And so I go into this meeting room, and there's this conference table, and all these Koreans are, with suits and ties are, all around it. And I sit down, and then so I start the meeting to start explaining the product, right? And they said, oh, no, we don't want to know about the product. We want to know about the compensation plan. That's the thing that the FTC hates. Again, selling hope, not products. And so I and that just, it went right against my, my core belief, right? I thought, there's always going to be another compensation plan. Always. Another company, another compensation plan. And if that's all you're here for, I'm not keeping you anyway. And my answer was that I said, you know what? I'm going to open this product. I'm going to pass it around. I want everybody to take it. After we've done that, then we'll talk about the compensation plan. I wanted to send a very clear message that our business is based on high-valued products, products that consumers need, products that people are going to continue to reorder because they bring value to people's lives. When I talked to Gordon Lester the other day, he said that, and by the way, he's got a new book coming out this month. I forgot the name of it. I'll talk about it later. Matter of fact, we talked about doing a live call together So just look for that coming. But he said when you look at Juice Plus, how well they did, that was what their culture was. It was always about bringing positive value in people's lives, health, wellness, healthy living, you know, and that it was just a major culture. And when they had that culture, it really, the company took off and did very well. He said then when it became more opportunist, eccentric, where it was all about the money, all about the Lamborghinis and the bikinis, when it became that message, like in Europe, then they got in trouble in several kinds, especially Italy. They got in a lot of trouble. So this is not just a thing in the United States, okay? So, but we have to understand this is problematic when the mission is the money. Yeah, when the mission is the commission, and that's the focus, and that's the only focus, and so where people are just wanting to talk about all the possibilities of what you can have. Not that that's not true, but just understand that when we post content on our Facebook pages like that, then that can get us in trouble. That doesn't mean you can't show a picture of you walking down the beach. Obviously, you don't own the beach, right? But again, you know, we have to just watch that our message and what we're telling people is something that really is something that they think down deep. You know what? I can see myself there. I can see myself doing that. You know, I really believe that. So when we come across with that, they have to understand that your product brings great value. It helps others. It's something that in sharing it, it just doesn't benefit you, but it really does make a difference in the world. When we come across with a culture that is selfless and it's more about, I want to make a difference in the world, then that resonates with people. And that's been lost with a lot of companies. It really has. It's all about the trophies. It's all about the pin titles. You know, it's all about the Lamborghinis and the bikinis, right? Things like that. I can tell you for a fact that was never my goal. My goal was never that. I mean, I had a simple goal when I joined my last company almost 21 years ago. Next month it will be 21 years ago. And that was, I just want to get to 5,000 a month. It was simple goal, right? I mean, well, simple to me. I mean, well, maybe not simple to many, but that was my goal. I'm just saying. You know, today people laugh. $5,000 a month, you know, that's nothing. You know, we got people that make that every day in our company. You know, it's that kind of message that just turns people off, but it gets regulators crazy. And then you have these watchdog groups out there. You got TINA, you got Truth in Advertising, different ones. And then they love it. They love it when people get on their Facebook pages and then they start posting the Lamborghinis, the bikinis, or maybe they are crazy about their product, but they make, you know, claims. They you know, and so in doing so, they draw attention not just to themselves, but to the company. And then a watchdog group like TINA or Truth in Advertising, they're going, thank you, man. Just what I'm looking for. Because they hate network marketing. They hate it. So you know, some action steps I think that I like to share is, number one, make sure that you are coming, you know, from a position of, I want to make a difference in the world through my product. And I want to share this product with other people. That's number one. Now, to me, the business model is very important. It is very, very important. Because I can move a whole lot more product if I sponsor and train other leaders who sponsor and train other leaders who sponsor and train other leaders, and we create what we call a distribution network. And if I do it that way, then I can move millions of dollars of products every month to consumers versus me trying to get out there and just sell by myself, which I'm lousy at sales. I really am. I'm just not good at that. I mean, if I sold $500 in a month, I would be impressed. But when it comes to communicating with people, training people, supporting people, those are things I excel at. It's what I love to do. But again, so number one, but that's, so again, the message is not about going out selling products. It is in a way, but I'm not talking about you selling it to an individual directly as much as creating a sales team so that you can do that. I mean, you still can sell products. The focus here is selling products, obviously, getting products into the hands of consumers. The best way and the most efficient way is a network. I mean, look at it. Same thing as franchising. How is McDonald's going to get their burgers out there to the world? Were they going to just try to do it? People look at the McDonald brothers. That's how they did it. They had a restaurant. They sold it direct. That's what they did. They sold it direct. Ray Kroc is scratching his head saying, I think I got a different idea how we can move billions of burgers across the country in the United States. It's this concept called franchising. And they're like, nah, I don't know about that. And there was for a long time, franchising was looked down upon. It was really looked as a business scheme. But look where it is today. So network marketing is like that as well. And so it's being challenged. There's the hecklers out there. And, that's what they do. They heckle about it. But the fact of the matter is that so many are doing well, despite what they say. They want to talk about all the people that don't do well in network marketing, all the failures in network marketing. How many people have a real estate license, the millions in the United States alone, and haven't even sold one house? So we're going to stop them from getting an education, in selling real estate? No, of course not. What about all the people that start a business? 80% of those businesses fail within 5 years. Think about the money they invested in those businesses. Some of them would have, I think the average I heard the last time was between 40 and 50,000 US dollars was the average cost to start a business. And then 80% fail in 5 years. Why don't they just have a law? Just outlaw. You cannot own a business. You cannot start a business. But network marketing, lowest cost entry, lowest risk. The average for a person to even join today is $150. And they want to make such a big deal about that. Oh, look at all the people that fail in network marketing. When in fact 60 to 70% only join to use a product and make maybe $100 to $500 a month. I mean, they weren't looking to make big money, but no, because they're not in the top 5% of the company, then they failed. Well, they never signed up to succeed. But again, how could we say they failed? If they purchased $150 in product, they ate the stuff. They consumed the product. It was healthy. We see somebody coming out of GNC. Hey, man, you're going to lose that money. You're going to lose that money you put in that product. They're going to look at you like, call the police, man. This guy needs to be put in a mental institution. What's up with that? I bought this product to consume it. It's the same thing. When they signed up to join your company, the majority of people that do, most do not have the intention of making big money. I challenge anybody out there on that. So the thing about it is, I want to put that in perspective. So again, that of course, it is all about the product, and we want to move product to customers, to consumers. That's the way, and the most effective way to do that is network marketing. Yes, and you think about it. If you ever walked into a GNC and a lot of these health stores, and you're walking around, you're looking at the shelves, and you're getting a little dizzy and all that because you were looking for something, and the person's just standing behind the counter, and they don't understand most of those products themselves. Network marketers take the time, they know their products, they know how to explain their products, and they also have great support, how they bring that onboard that customer and help that customer see how that product is working with other people, the results that they're getting, and ongoing education about what they can do to have a healthy lifestyle. So again, that culture is so important. It's paramount to what we do. Now, having said that, when it comes to selling hope, is there anything wrong with selling hope? I don't sell it. I don't think anybody on this call sells it. I think it's important that we give it, because if you've made, let's say, $500 to $1,000 a month, how did you do it? Are you able to teach it? Are you able to show a person who wants to earn $500 to $1,000 a month how to do that? Is that selling hope, or is that just showing them how to do it? I think it's just showing it. You're saying, hey, it worked for me. Maybe it'll work for you. We don't guarantee anything because everybody is different. I never tell people that my level of success in network marketing is going to be your level of success. If I can do it, you can do it. No, I don't know that you can do it. I don't know that you're desperate enough. I don't know that you're hungry enough. I don't know that you want it bad. I don't know that you're sick and tired of being sick and tired enough. I don't know that. See, that's the very thing that motivated me, was I hated my life. Maybe you love where you are. Nothing wrong with that. If you love where you are, I'm excited. And if I can make it better, I want to make it better. I sure do. I want to make it better. And that's the way we need, that has to be our attitude. But there's no way in the world that we can say to anybody that if I did this, you can do this. No, I don't know that you can. I can show you the steps. It's up to you to take the steps, but it's the person behind the steps that's going to determine how big that's going to become. For some, it's going to be small. And for others, it's just, it has possibilities, big possibilities. The thing that we have to do is not just sell the mountain, we got to sell the valley. And that's what we have to keep in mind when we prospect people and we talk to them about this great, phenomenal profession that we have in network marketing. And again, when I talked to Gordon Lester the other day, that was what he said. He said that's another thing regulatories hate, that we only sell the mountain. We only sell the exceptions. We sell the exceptions, but we don't sell what, those people that never became exceptional. So that's the thing. And I totally agree with that it's very important that we sell it all. Sell the mountain, okay, show the possibilities, talk about the possibilities. These are the possibilities. Even your company, if it has an income disclosure on your compensation plan per rank position, then they can see it like you do, that what's happening in your company. And so there is some exceptions there, right? Some people that really excel. Why do they excel? Is it because they're taller than most? Nope. Smarter than most? Nope. Female? No. Male? No. What is it? Heart. How bad do you want it? How hungry are you? That's it. It's like trying to bet on a horse at a horse race, and how can you read the heart of a horse? It's how bad that horse wants it, right? And so that's the determining factor. But I think it's great to, I love selling the valleys. I love it. I love selling the valleys. Let them know that there's going to be disappointments. Let them know that some of the people that they thought the most of, that would really run with this with them, that would really appreciate and cheer them on, are going to be the people that's going to disappoint them the most. Let them know that. Let them know that there's going to be people that are going to quit. That there's going to be problems. There's going to be snags. Think about some of these Nerium distributors out there. How do you think they feel? I tell you what, a lot of them are very courageous. They're going to fight for their company because their company is fighting for them. Ah, man, that's awesome. Awesome story. It'll be very interesting to see how that story plays out. And I'm thinking I get good vibes, good thoughts when I think about it. But I think that's important. Sell that valley. Let them know about those challenges. I think it's not just prepare them for success. You got to prepare them for failure. People want to talk about the upside too much, not the downside. I think if it's better that you prepare them with the downside, talk about those valleys, talk about those demons that they're going to fight. It's like in the movie Hobbit, right? Some of those scary scenes, they go back in the woods and the forest and all these monsters come out of the shadows. It's prepare them for that. And I'll tell you what, you would have a much higher retention rate if you did. Everyone's selling the rainbow, but not the rain. Got to sell that rain. You got to teach them the rain. And then they're going to say, you know what? My sponsor said I was going to go through this crap. Okay. He was honest. You know what? I'm going to do exactly what he told me to do, man. I'm going to endure this. I am going to persevere through this. So I think when it comes to just selling hope, it's not a good sale. You've got to sell the valleys. We've got to sell those valleys. So those were my thoughts tonight, and I thought I would share that with you. I again love this profession. I've seen it bless so many lives, so many people, and that includes the people that want to make $500 a month. I don't know why all these people out there think they're failures. I don't see them as failures. They're home with their children. They're doing what they want to do with their lives. They didn't want their life disrupted. They didn't want to run out and do meetings all the time. They just wanted some extra money. How can we say they're failures? Or if you have consumers out there, they love your products. They're just not wired for network marketing. Not everybody is wired for network marketing. Not everybody is. And not everybody is wired for my company. Sometimes when I talk to an individual and they're very interested in this profession and they're talking to me seriously about it, and I say, okay, so what turns you on? I mean, what are the things that excite you? What are the kind of products and services that you're looking for? And it may not be mine. And if they're not mine, I'll refer them to someone in another company that I think could really be a great sponsor. I have no problem with that. I don't want to try to convince somebody to love a product that I love, it's just not their thing. So, and you ladies can relate to that, because I'm not going to buy your beauty cosmetics, okay? It's just not going to help me, okay? People might say, Jeff is really getting strange, man. Did you hear him? See him wearing those products, Anyway, I just had to say that. But anyway, so that's the thing. So I hope you got some value out of this tonight. I hope you're doing well this week in what you do. And so then Friday, I want to talk about some of your questions. So I'll put a post out on Friday to get some of your questions about anything you want to ask. Fire away. If you want to leave something in this thread, in this call, you can, and then I'll be glad to answer that on Friday. And I'll mention you, even if you're not there, but shame on you if you're not there. You should be there, really. So, love all of you guys, and look forward to seeing you then. Thanks for tuning in tonight. See you Friday. Bye-bye.